This is Kolonia by Rajot GPLAY. It's 552.01 megabytes to download, so a little bit hefty, but there's some really cool detail in this map. This does require 2 mods to download. They are both also by Rajot GPLAY, and they are the farmhouse and building for Colony. Now, if you don't own them already, they will automatically download. You know the drill. The description says, welcome to the Kolonia. The map comes from FS19 and this is enhanced with new terrain. The buildings on the map have been adapted to the latest FS22 standards, and the map, although it looks a bit different, still very much resembles its predecessor. On the map you will find 2 cow farms, 94 fields, 137 farmlands, new paintings, biogas plant, forests, 5 sale points, including 1 train, purchase of stone and lime, diversified land, new Holland machinery dealer, purchase point TARG buys everything, space to build your own farms, fields 10 and 11, new colour shades on the map, production, sawmill, mill, dairy and carpenter, and 100 toys to be found. There is a change log down there as well, 1.1.0.0, with a few updates and added things, but right at the bottom it says adjusted the map for consoles. So this came out on PC a little while back now, but it has just been released for us console players, which is pretty awesome. So let's go and check it out. And here we are. This is where we start off in all 3 modes, and this is the map, guys. So it's not a huge map, but it is a very cool map. I really like this. It's a really nice map. So we are over here. As you can see, a few sale points, a couple of productions here and there as well. There is a couple of places or plots of land we will need to buy for things to show up. It's only 2. There is a train on here, as it says, that will sell to Asada, which is pretty cool, which is another map by the same map maker, and there is the train actually. So it runs from south to north up there, and it will go and sell off like so. Now, I am in new farmer mode, as always, and this is what we start off with. So we've got plots 1 and 2. Plot 1 is mainly your farm with the buildings, and then 2, we've got a field out the back, which is pretty cool. They are separate plots, and the field prices in plots are pretty cheap, if I'm honest. There is some more expensive ones, obviously, because they are bigger. But plot 1 there, which is the farm, 22 grand just over, and our field is just under 20 grand, so not too bad. I think 29 is the most expensive plot. That's 209 grand just over. And then you could go for small things. I think one of these small thin ones, just over 20 grand. Got quite a bit of forestry up the top here, 113 grand there, 30 grand. So it's all sort of affordable. Plots over here, 180 grand. And then there's a lot of little plots like this, which is basically sort of little houses and yards that you can buy. Which there is a couple of things that I don't know if it's just me nitpicking, but I will talk about them when we get to them. But one of the change log items is, it says something about allowing access to neighbours or something like that. So I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. If you buy these plots, you can get in there, because some of the gates are shut on these plots. Maybe you can get in there and use the sheds and that. That's not the case. You can't open the gates if they are shut, and if the gates are open, it is just technically a yard. You can't get into any of the buildings, which is a little bit of a shame. So yeah, I will talk about other things that I've noticed, but apart from that, very, very cool map. Yeah, 14 grand, sorry, 12 grand, all little plots like that. There's a church up here, we can even buy that plot of land. So you can own quite a lot of the map, in fact most of the map, if it's darkened out, I should say, because there is a lot of sort of apartment buildings down here. We've got some fields around the outside. Now I don't know if there will be like a future expansion of the map, but it seems like it kind of could be geared up to head that way if you want to, which is pretty cool. These ones here you can see in the distance, they have got things growing in them, which is very nice. But you cannot obviously buy them, etc. Now I wanted to come down this route when I was doing my map tour, because I went up this way and I thought, oh, I'll go down there and then we'll cut through and go in here. Just about here you hit even the edge of the map. So just something to be aware of. So if you want to work in field 82, that is probably your limit down there. So yeah, I think that's all I need to sort of talk about there. We'll go through mods and things like that in a second. If we go up through here, we've got 100 collectibles. They are the wooden toys from Elm Creek. We don't start off with any productions. There is contracts available on the other fields. And animals, it is showing cow barn large there. That's because one of those barns is on our plot. The other one is at the other farm, which we will need to buy, and we will do that in a second. There's our equipment. There's no added in crops, custom crops or anything like that. It's all standard on here. Now another thing, again just me nitpicking, I probably should imagine, it says something about TARG or TARG being buying anything, but it doesn't. It's not appearing there on the right. It comes into play there. It will buy quite a lot of things, but it doesn't buy everything. So again, a little bit not sure why they said that. And also, if we stay on this menu, it does say there's a place where you can buy lime and stones. Yes, we can buy lime, which we will see later. Stones, can't find any of that. There is a couple of piles of stones on the map, but there's no icon next to them to buy it. It's not showing there that you can buy it. Because normally if you can buy it, like the lime there, it will appear in the selling section. So again, something else I'm not too sure about. There is a custom crop calendar by the look of it. There is 2 planting windows for wheat and barley, which is nice. But everything else, like I say, is all standard in terms of crop types. And I think that is it. We will go around the map kind of like this and come down, do all this, and we'll finish up over here like so. Now, we'll do modded in things. There is a few things. If I come over this way, hopefully you'll be able to see them if I choose to show you them, which I probably will. Not all of them, maybe. So in sheds, we've got a couple of sheds. These are on the map. You will see these as we go round. Silos. We've got this pretty cool silo. That is at our farm. I like that building. Nice. And then there's a bunker silo there. That's obviously at the BGA. We also have farmhouses. That is one of the mods that you have to install. So we've got 2 different farmhouses. Again, they are at both farms. We own one, and there's one at the farm at the north of the map. In productions and factories, we do have the biogas plant. Now, I can't really see any different sort of design or anything to the standard one, but it's obviously been modded in for the map for some reason. And in sell points, we've got the debris crusher. Again, it looks exactly the same as the base game one, but it's obviously just been adjusted. And in cows, we do have these 2 cow barns, which again, they are on the map at the farms. We will check them out in more detail in a second. And I think that is it for the mods. If we go across to landscaping and painting, do have quite a few textures in here. Animal mud, asphalt, dirt, forest ground, grass, dry grass, another dry grass. We've got a few gravels, a couple of rocks. They're more like cobblestones though, paving stones, which is pretty good. Another gravel, dirt, and that is it. So not too bad. There is some extra trees that have been added in. As you can see underneath them, they have got the map name, and also the same with the plants. There's some pretty cool plants. I don't think I've seen some of these on other maps. Green tall weed, rumex or rumex, grass dense mix, pretty cool. So we've got a few extra things there, which is nice. And I think, guys, that is the mods. There's no modded in equipment or anything. Did you hear that? You hear some voices, which is pretty cool as well. You'll hear some more in a second when I turn around and we enter the market. I'll go through stock counts when we get down to our farm first, but we are here. Looks like we've just been dropped off at the bus stop. Now there is people walking around, there is traffic, as you can see, traffic, people, and then there's people like this. Yes, they are technically statues, but it still brings the map to life. I like that, it's pretty cool. Now this area I absolutely love. Now I'm going to stop talking because when you get near some of the market traders, they do talk to you, which is pretty cool, and obviously in Polish. Well, I imagine.
Pokaż mi swoje towary.
Wiesz, jak często pada tu deszcz? Słabe zbiory, dupa nie słabe zbiory.
He sounds angry, that one. I don't know why.
Ludzie zawsze gadają.
But it looks like you can sell quite a lot of things here, look. And that is our sell point here. So our first sell point, this is TARG or TARG. You can drive in and out like this, and an exit and entrance there, so it's pretty good. You can drive in, but just the detail in here. Look, we've got tools. Look, very cool. He looks very happy, doesn't he? Jolly that he's here on market day. Right, let's move on and get going with the tour. So I'm going to walk down this way because our farm is just down here. But look at this detail. Look, we've got some building going on. We've got the builders in there. They're talking as well. Very, very nice map. I really do like it. Now, this is the kind of thing that I'm talking about. So there's no way you'll get in there anyway. There's a car in there. But some of these yards, they've got really nice buildings. But even when you buy these plots, you cannot open any of these doors, which is a little bit of a shame, I must admit. And again, this one is open. You could get in there. It's a bit tight, but again, no chance of opening any of these doors because I did buy the whole map and tried a few of these things, and no, it didn't work. Anyway, we are at our farm, so let's open our gates. And I may as well go through slot counts now before you see all of the equipment. Now, it is the same across all three modes. The only difference being if you come on and farm manage or start from scratch, you don't start off owning any land, but you do start off with the same equipment. And the slot count is 1,342, which is quite high because you don't get a lot of equipment. But a little bit later in the tour, you will see why that slot count is probably up there. Because like I've just said, there is a lot of detail in this map. So, but I'm okay with that. I love maps with a lot of detail and life to the map. It's good. It's what we need. Anyway, small tractors. We've only got one, and that is the New Holland T6. Got the Deutschfahr Topline harvester, a Valga trailer, header for your harvester, the Rabe cultivator, Nordsten seeder, and a trailer for our header. That is it, guys. That's all we start off with. You can sell all this equipment off and get the slot count down to 1,294, and there is potential to get the slot count down even further because you can sell off everything at this farm, all the buildings, even this fence that comes up as decoration. You can sell that, and this becomes quite a nice open area. And if you do own the farm at the north of the map, which we will buy in a second actually, you can sell off all the buildings there, and again some decoration, which hopefully I will remember to show you, and you can drop the slot count right down. But I like the yards. I think they're pretty cool, very fitting to the map. Is that a light there? It is. Happy days. Cool. Right, so our harvester is tucked in under there. It's going to be very tight getting out of there. We've got a lot of shed space on our farm. There is lights in these. One thing I did notice, the switches over here, not a big deal breaker, but it doesn't look like the lights light up when you turn the light on. But if you look at the floor, it does work. So just something I thought I'd point out. Again, I'm not nitpicking because I really like this map. So up in here we do have a little bit of a loft space. This is the only way in and out though, so I don't know what you're going to get up there. Maybe some small bowels possibly if you wanted to. And then this building, well in fact it's the whole building, this is that silo. Just the detail, look, the bricks holding down the tarpaulin. Can we pick that up? Happy days, that's cool. So this is our silo. Back in, tip in there. 80,000 litre capacity. It is not a multi-fruit, just standard crop types. I did put a trailer underneath the pipe, which is there, and it only goes through the standard crop types. So that is our silo. I'll show you this track first. That leads around the back. We've got some more equipment there, and then our field is just there, which is nice. The track leads out onto one of the other roads. And then we have this building, which is part of the cow barn. You can drive through this one, like so. So like I say, equipment there. And then this is part of our cow barn. So your cows will come out into this area, which is nice. We've got a slurry collection point just there. And if we go around the front of the building, we've got a dialogue box. 50 cows this will hold, so not a huge capacity, but you wouldn't expect that on a small map like this. And your trigger's just in here for your straw and feed, and then we've got a milk collection point just there as well. We do have more storage space, again with lights, etc. We will jump in the New Holland in a second. And then we've got a farmhouse. Now we can go in this, and it's pretty cool. Again, very nice detail. All the wooden cladding on the walls. I think this is our bathroom. Yeah. And then this one just over here by the sofa is our sleep trigger, and we can go in. Here is the kitchen and dining area. Very cool. This has even got lights as well. There's a little light switch on most of the rooms, like so. Happy days. Right, let's get out of here. Oh, shut the door. Nope. Let me out. Right, so that is our farm. Let's jump in this. As you can see as well, we've got Polish number plates on our vehicles, which is cool. And we'll head on around. Right, first of all, I will buy the other farm, and it is this plot here, 137. That is a 49 grand just over. So if we buy that, it looks like it comes with that road that leads in. That now shows up another farmhouse and another large cow barn. So happy days. Let's head on up there. I will have to add in a little bit of money to be able to buy the BGA. That's the other thing we do need to buy. So just past where we spawned in, and then we need to go right. And this is a pretty cool area, but this could get a bit confusing, which I will talk about. I'll just pull in like that. I'm not sure if any traffic comes up this road, but we'll pull in like that. Now we've got two area points of sale, I guess you could say, right on top of each other. This is also the grain mill. So up the top we've got some symbols. We've got a flour symbol, we've got a wheat symbol. This side is your grain mill. This side is WS Kolonia. That is a sell point. So if you're doing a contract and they tell you to take it to the grain mill, it will be this one. So don't get confused, or vice versa. Very easy to get that mistake or make that mistake. So there you go. Now, because like I say, that is the grain mill, we can buy that over here like so, as normal. So if you are using it as a grain mill and you're trying to produce flour, if you bring your wheat, barley, etc., you need to tip it into there to be able to start producing your barley. And then over here is where your pallets of flour will appear. It's a very cool area, that. I like that. My throat's going a bit croaky today, so apologies if I sound a bit weird, which I normally do. Got a cool wheel mill, a windmill even, on our right hand side. That is just decorative, nothing else happens with it, but it's pretty nice. But look at that, it's got a very, very cool distance texture. You can see for miles. Just really, really nice map. There's our church. Look, people walking around still. Looks like they're having a bit of work done there. It looks a bit, if not the same church as Asada. Right, let's head on down this way. We're going into some of the areas which I showed you on the map. Look, you can buy residential sort of areas. Again with yards. So this is a prime example. These gates, even if you own this plot of land, you will not be able to open it. And again, with the animal dealer, you can buy that plot where the animal dealer is, and up to this fence line is part of that plot, but you can't open this gate, which is a bit of a shame, because again, you've got a nice yard and we've got a couple of buildings, but you cannot open them. So there you go. Right, animal dealer is just here, and as you can see, we have live animals, which is awesome. Again, love that. So there we go. That is showing up. It's showing those two because obviously we've bought the second farm. So moving on from there, and if we cut down this track, on the left we've got our train track as well. So the train will whiz up through there. And then just over there is that second farm, but we're going to go round this way to gain access to it. So yeah, there's a pile of, that more looks like rubble to me, but I can't see anywhere else where you'd buy the stones. I don't know whether that was maybe just a PC thing, but I wouldn't have thought so. Into the yard for the second farm. Again, we've got a farmhouse. This one we can go in. Now this one's a little bit more of a maze. I got kind of confused which way I came in, but we've got a bathroom. Another kitchen area. I'm going to... Oh, that gets a bit jumpy and bumpy. Apologies. This one does have a proper bedroom with the sleep trigger. So just there. There we go. So there we go. That is that farmhouse. Let's get out of here. Oh, I'm stuck now. Let's shut that door. See what I mean? Just round here we've got decorative. Looks like allotments, sort of, you know, vegetable patch kind of thing. And it is showing up as crops. It will show up on the map as well. But obviously you can't really do anything with that. It's just decorative. And again, we can open all these now because we own it. This will hold 30 cows. They will just appear in here. It is a barn. Straw and feed through the middle here. You can drive all the way through because out the back we've got a slurry collection point. So yeah, you can sell off all this stuff here as decoration. And obviously all the farmhouse and area. Even this fence here. Pretty cool. Look, you can do that. Completely clear the area if you want. We can even open these little doors like so. Milk collection point just there, which is good. And then we've got more shed space all the way around. Again, there is lights in these guys. You just need to find the switch, which is in here somewhere. Trust me. So that is that farm. Let's jump back into the tractor and we'll head on out this way. And my second little niggle is, it says about building your own farm on fields 10 and 11. Well, we're just about to pass fields 10 and 11. And I don't know why they've chosen them, because they're not flat. So just here is 10 and 11. As you can see, there's a nasty dip in the middle. So you'd have to do some landscaping there. Now if they've chosen these fields, there is plenty of other fields on the map. I'm not sure why they're trying to sort of get you to do that on there. But there you go. That's just another thing I wanted to point out. Right, carrying on. Let's go this way. This is a dead end down here, but this is where the BGA is. And we have to cross the train track. Now this one doesn't have barriers, but I'm hoping that those lights, I In fact, I don't think there is lights there, so you might have to take your time going across that, guys, being careful. Then this is our BGA, so we have 2 big bunker silos, like so. Now, as you can see, there's no icons showing because we do need to buy it. So we'll quickly add in some money. I think it's about 70 grand, so that will work. And this is one of the BGAs where you buy the plot of land and it does become yours. You don't have to do both. 73,000 just over. Pretty cool. That icon then appears, and then we've got all our icons just there. And it is a standard BGA, there's nothing special about it. Right, back the way we came, so let's be careful the train isn't coming. Yeah, very, very nice map. Let's swing a left. So you've got all like kiddie play areas and houses, stacks of bells. It's been done very, very well. Right, I am gonna go left and we're gonna go all the way to the end and make our way back. So don't worry about seeing anything yet because we will come back to all this. So we need to go back across the railroad track. This one does have crossing barriers. I'll just stop here because this is where all the apartment blocks are down here. But it looks pretty cool. A nice built up area, look. So people obviously live down here. So it's got a bit of everything really. You've got the areas where it feels quite remote and sort of, I don't know, more like classic farming. And then you've got your built up areas. Anyway, in this zone we have a few things going on. So this is our railroad silo, which is called Kolonia silo. So this is your road access. So you'll tip in there on the grill and a pipe out just there. And then if we go around a little bit like that, I will jump out. We do have a loading ramp here so you can load up the train. And then as you can see just over there, that is where you'll load up and unload via the train if you're doing that. So that's pretty cool. Just over here we've got a sell point. Now I'm not sure if this is meant to be called this, but it's coming up as BUR pole or Burr pole, like that. SP Zoo almost. This is a place where you can sell sugar beet potatoes, sugar cane. I think that's it. And then down the back, there goes the train. Down the back we've got a rent a train icon like so. So we can get our train and load up from here, which is nice. Right, back this way. And this is one of the reasons why your slot count's a bit up there, because we have a new Holland dealership, which again I'm all for. I love this. I love machinery outside the shop. But if we come up to these, bottom right you can see it is actually showing as a proper unit, look. So your slot counts are there. We've got tractors, we've got a harvester over there, but very cool. Now if we go in here, we should have some voices again.
Pokaż mi swoje towary.
Oh, there we go. Shop icon just there. Oh, knocking over the postcard rack. Just in here we have our workshop trigger. Now if you come into this side, because we've got a Landini part there, you've got to drive sort of over the ramp. I guess you could probably go either side of it, but this is your zone and your workshop trigger icon is just there, so that's pretty nice as well. And if we go out of there, across the road, we've got a fuel station, which is nice. Nice decoration again. Oh, that car done a little bit of a jump there. Anyway, in here we've got a couple of sell points. So the first one here next to this stack of bells, this is called South Valley Biomass Energy. So you can sell, I think, wood chips, sugar beet cut, grass, hay, straw here, which is nice. Down this left hand side is our lime buy point just there. Now again, there's a big pile of stones here next to the debris crusher, but there's no icon. I did pull up next to these with a trailer. There's another pile there, another pile up there, nothing. But there's your debris crusher for selling your stones, and then in underneath here we've got another sell point, and that is, what is that called? PGR, which again is a bit like a main sell point again. And then if we go out this way, I'm really surprised I haven't hit any traffic yet coming out those. It's probably going to happen now, isn't it? You know it's going to happen. But yeah, very nice map. Really cool. Yeah, again, it's not perfect, but I don't think there is a map really that's perfect, is there? Most of them have got a few little glitches here and there. This area is sort of like a bit of wasteland ground really. If we show on the map, it is showing little bits of canola, and we can actually see them growing there. So you can buy that. How much is that actually? Just over 23 grand. Plough all that up, get yourself a nice field. A little bit of water there. It's got a barrier around it, but this side and over in that corner you could easily get in there. I think that one's a bit tighter, but the one over there, is those concrete bollards. Let's move away from them. Just in here, this is our dairy, so as a production. Again, very cool detail with the truck there, the milk urns on the back, the guy waiting. And we've only got a couple of things left to see, guys. What does that sign say? Lebelska Dolina. Happy days. And we've got a bit of forestry going on down here. We do have traffic coming this way. So I quite like that as well. There's traffic on different roads as well. It's not just that main road we've just come off. And we have some decorative cows. They don't move. Someone's sort of front garden area. And then if we go into this area again, might get a little bit confusing in here, but hopefully not, because this does just look like even one big sawmill. But in fact we've got carpentry this side, and around the other side of the building we've got the sawmill. So if I come up to that area, that is to buy the carpentry. Down here is where you will sell or deposit your wood for the carpentry with your icon there, and your produce will appear here. And then this side, again, this will be for the sawmill productions. We can buy the sawmill like so, and then just outside around here is where we sell our wood. Awesome. And I think that's it. Our wood chips just over there. I will go up into landscaping mode, because just over here got some little trees growing. Now I'm not sure whether they're going to get any bigger, or that's just how they are, but that is that, which is this zone here. Happy days. There's also another one of those canola sort of areas just there, which I think you probably saw just here. So another plot. So yeah, I don't know whether they meant these plots maybe for your build your farm. It's a little bit weird, isn't it? But I mean, these aren't exactly flat, but there you go. So the map, what we did, guys, we looked around the market on foot. We walked across to our farm, came out up there, did the grain mill and sale point, all the way up here past the church, animal dealer, down this track into this farm, along here down past fields 10 and 11, all the way into the BGA, back out along, all the way along. We did this area, fuel station, these sell points, up into the dairy, out and in here. What I was meant to say is I like some of these fields down here, because you get a bit of forestry in between them, and you've got potential there to chop some trees down, make a little bit of money, and then obviously plough and make bigger. But that is it. That is Kolonia by Rajot GPLAY. Hope you have all enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts on it, guys. If you're playing on it, you might have already been playing on it if you're PC. But if you have enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. That would be awesome. And don't forget to smash the bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.